Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Civ 5 Brave New World of Morocco. Blasphemous is back with me again, and we're picking up right where we left off. We have just put down our second city of Rabat.
And we're under attack by bandits.
Barbarians. Yes.
Barbarians, right. Now, one thing I noticed about putting down new cities, production is super slow.
Yes, it is. So new cities work.
You're really under no threat from the barbarians, because, at least from what I discovered playing my own game, with the amount of money that you have, even in a pinch, you could probably just get
Yes,
an
that
archer
is a
unit to
good
wipe
point.
them out.
I actually probably should do that. That's Germany right there.
Hi, Germany.
Im Namen des
They've gotten themselves a settler captured, which is pretty funny if you consider Germany's unique ability.
What does Germany do?
Germany get the chance to like recruit barbarians from barb camps.
Oh, right, because of the Hessians. Like, weren't those German mercenaries?
No, they're talking about the Gothic tribes in antiquity, actually, with that ability. Right. Let's see now. I want to research next. Let's see. Actually, I think, yes, we need trapping, because we won't need to hook up the ivory and the bison.
Uh-huh. You don't have any horses, really, but, you know.
Which is, a little bit. There's some horses there, which the Rabat will get eventually.
Eventually. You gonna shoot those bandits, or... Oh, right.
We already did. You can only have so many actions in a turn.
With all those barbarians encroaching on you, there might be like a camp nearby.
Oh yeah, there's absolutely a camp up here somewhere. Okay, we're back into positive happiness. And I will use that, now that we actually have positive happiness to I'll spend the money to buy that Oasis tile.
Good plan. That puts us closer to the gold.
Well, the Oasis tile means Rabat can actually grow because, yeah.
Right. Early expansion, really slow. So what kind of strategy are we going for with the Moroccans? Are we going for conquest?
We're going to go for diplomatic victory, because that hasn't been shown off in the LP yet.
Seems like a plan.
Yeah. Let's do food in the capital. You can get in if it's actually. I'm trying to avoid getting my scout trapped by expanding borders there.
Do the AI get a bonus to their expansion as well?
I honestly can't remember if they get faster border growth.
I mean, I know that I actually started playing the game a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And playing on the easier difficulties, it does seem like the AI doesn't expand too quickly at all.
No, they don't. And we lost the Skype. So there's where Russia's settled.
Oh no! Weren't you going for the Hanging Gardens?
Yeah, someone else got them. Oh, that really hurts. This is... Oh, that really hurts.
It was kind of inevitable, like considering the difficulty we're on.
No, it's not at all. Well, inevitable, no. That does actually. We're gonna have a real hard time making Marrakesh a good city with this.
Sorry, I saw the thing in there in the corner. I thought it said a robot head is grown.
No, so we're going to have to. This is going to it's inland, so that means the trade routes that we can send for food have to be via caravan, which means you're not getting very much food from them. So we actually want to grow Marrakesh into a nice big city. It would take a lot of caravans, which means we're not using our unique ability very much. And you know, as Morocco, that's you kind of actually do want to be like squeezing everything you can out of that. Because it just knows you're in bonuses aren't that big otherwise.
Hey, we found the camp.
We found a camp. Actually,
Alright.
I will. Well, I have money. I will.
Es wäre in eurem Interesse.
So I think this is going to have to suddenly. I think we're going to have to shift our approach and turn this into a wider strategy game, and we will focus heavily on the maritime city-states. Oops, that was the worker. The archer. We'll focus heavily on the maritime city-states and use them to try and get extra food from Marrakesh that way.
I do find it a little bit annoying that you can't undo actions if you made a mistake.
Well, it's not that simple. No.
It is kind of annoying.
Yeah, it's just not. Right, so we have nobody really we can trade with out here. We are off on our own a bit too much for actual trading opportunities, which sucks. And so, well, there's a wheat tile right here in the very far corner of the map. What we would need another worker. I suppose, and I will research philosophy.
And you can also always stomp the barbarians for a quick, easy cash infusion.
It's not that much. If you want quick, easy cash infusion from barbarians, you play a Songhai. Songhai gets a lot of cash from barbs. Like that's their unique part of their unique ability. They get triple cash from capturing cities and barb camps.
Did you just say triple?
Yeah, triple.
Dang.
So you get like you'll get like playing a Songhai, you'll get like 90 gold from a barb camp.
Ooh, barbarian horseman.
Yep.
Don't suppose you have any spears around right now, do you?
Yeah, we have one. But barbarian horseman, that's actually a thing that was introduced in Brave New World. Prior to Brave New World, barbarian horsemen weren't a thing. They're introduced in Brave New World along with the hand axe, and they made barbarians considerably more dangerous. Previously, barbarians couldn't spawn horsemen because they required strategic resources.
Mm-hmm.
Brave New World changed it so barbarians don't need that.
Is it the same reason why barbarians can also have galleys?
No, galleys are an old thing. Originally the reason the barbarians have galleys and brutes is because in terms of the game's coding, barbarians are treated as another civilization. And civilizations have to have two uniques. It's the game requires them, it's hard coded in that every civilization has to have two uniques.
Huh.
And so the reason they have the brutes and the galleys, which are basically just warriors and triremes, is that they act as the barbarian unique units in terms of the game's internal logic.
Does the barbarian faction actually have a unique passive ability as well?
Uh, if they do, I don't know what it is, but I suspect it's probably not requiring strategic resources. I suspect after Brave New World. But if, like, technically, in the coding, the barbarians are, if you actually look, they are actually led by Sid Meier. Because they need to have a leader. And the leader is Sid.
I like that.
Yeah, it's quite cute. Which is funny because, like, it's especially funny because Sid Meier hasn't had an active development role in the series for a very long time.
So they just kind of slap his name on for name recognition?
Yeah, technically, like, for everything, it's, the name of the series is Sid Meier, isn't Civilization, it's Sid Meier's Civilization.
Yeah, that actually made it a little bit hard to find in my Steam library because
Yeah.
at first, I looked in the C's and they weren't there, and I scrolled down and it was like, oh, Sid Meier's Civilization.
Yeah.
So when it comes to promotions, is there ever a reason to actually take the one for flat ground instead of rough ground?
Yeah, sometimes you want to specialize your army.
It just seems like it's a lot more typical that you do encounter enemies in some sort of rough terrain.
No, there are, sometimes you want to have, like, make your armies more effective.
It's interesting that they made
over here in.
It's interesting that they make Dido the leader of Carthage instead of Hannibal, but I guess that makes sense.
So they change it up. They like to, over the course of the series, they like changing it around. Sometimes change around who's who in the series. Okay.
Has America always been George Washington?
No, sometimes it's Lincoln, and for example, sometimes they had in Civ 4 where you could have multiple leaders for civilization in one of the expansion packs. They had FDR.
Es wäre in eurem Interesse.
Now, Germany wants to trade. We have an extra ivory. Germany would like to trade for truffles. I think we could make far more use out of having the money. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I would agree with that one.
That's another thing. Prior to Brave New World, you could not. Prior to Brave New World, you could actually just trade for lump sums of cash anytime you wanted. Brave New World added it so you can only trade for like flat amounts of cash if you're friends with the other nation.
Otherwise, you do more of a tribute thing.
Yeah, well, it's just it would lead to exploits where you could just get the AI to buy stuff for full price and then just declare war on them, get your resources back, sell them off to somebody else, and it's to prevent exploiting the AI.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Now, let's see. Okay, so we want to put a city over here somewhere, I think.
Where all the we got some iron, we got some silver, we got some fishies. Yeah, I like this place too.
No, there's whales, there's incense and everything. It's just very food poor. And I'm trying to think, is there a way that we can, let's see now. 1, 2, 3.
Well, I mean,
1, 2, 3. There's no way we can do it. We can also get the wheat and the. So I think we might want to try and forward settle Poland and try and get a city in over here for the silk and the wheat and the silver. And you could actually get a good, really productive city out of that.
By the way, are you going to ever build roads between the two cities down there?
Oh yeah, we will. But right now, hooking up the resources is more important.
And there goes the Parthenon.
Yeah. It's way more important right now to hook up our resources.
Mm-hmm. One thing I found super useful, actually, and I'm kind of surprised I got away with it, was building the pyramids.
Yeah, but that would require... The pyramids require opening up the Liberty policy tree, and we have not taken Liberty.
Yeah,
We cannot build the pyramids.
during the tutorial, they actually locked out the cultural stuff. Like there was like thousands of culture points or whatever in order to make a discovery.
Oh, I have never played Civ 5's tutorial.
I guess they thought that having to work with culture as well would just be too much for their fragile player brains or something.
Right, let's see now. If I was to put a city right here, we could get, or maybe right here. Well, actually, probably here would be better because you're on the hill.
Well, you'd have a whole bunch of desert.
Yeah. Well, as Morocco, these desert hills are all right, and we can on our deserts, flat deserts, we can build Casbahs. So they'll become one food, one hammer, one gold task. Not good, but better than nothing. And that's one thing we could do here to try and maybe if we settle the city out here to try and improve its yields and everything. But we still, I think maybe settle. Oh, it's not a good city spot, but like if we put it right here, we would have 3 sheep, the whales, the incense, the iron. And having a lot of iron would be...
To be honest, like what is a good city spot around here?
Yeah, exactly. This is a rough start.
Такой обмен?
We already sold Casanova. Okay. Well, all right, we'll accept. We'll accept this deal. So that's Moscow there. That's Tripoli in real life. Carthage has... Holy crap! Carthage got an almost historical start.
Wow.
Right up there, just about right here, that would be where real life Carthage was.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, I don't know, that's cool. Yeah. I mean, if we settled... No, that would be out of range of the furs. See, this whole area is so food poor.
Food poor? Like, look at all that wheat.
Yeah, no, but that's way up here. That's out of, like, our area down here, actually, like, close to us, is food poor.
And it's not a good idea to go building cities way out there?
Well, it's difficult to manage because, like, you really run the risk of overextending yourself.
Well, I mean, the more of the map you reveal, the less you have to worry about barbarians popping up in the corners, right?
Well, no, it's only what you have active line of sight on. It's not based on what you've revealed, it's what you have active line of sight on.
And I don't suppose there's anything like a guard tower or whatever that you can use to keep things revealed?
Nope. You have to station units there.
That seems a little silly.
Not really.
It just seems like something that would make sense, like to have people like that are actively just watching the borders.
Right. Well, we'll have a caravan here, and I will a caravan. If we can settle close enough, we can actually start getting trade routes with other people, which would be nice.
Yeah, but first that camp has got to go.
Yeah. Well, we're on it with these units now. I'm just wondering. Again, do we settle down here? Do we settle up here for the furs? Oh boy! And again, this was supposed to be a series about exploiting Casbahs, but we're not getting enough. Oh, trying to actually exploit the Casbahs on a map like this.
Well, why not, expand out into the upper right? There's a lot of desert up there.
Yeah, no, but it's not good places for actually... There's no luxuries up there. Okay, maybe up here with the citruses. That would be a good spot. Like right
Citrus
here.
and silver.
Yeah, no, right here. You got citrus, iron. You get the iron, no, because we can settle over here for the silver. So that would be a good spot. So we might end up and you have 2 wheat. So that'd be a decent spot if we could get around to claiming that. But even then, Kasbahs still aren't all that great because you're looking at flat desert just becomes 1 food, 1 hammer, 1 gold. That's not a good tile.
Well, what is the desert normally?
Nothing.
So, that's better than nothing.
It is better than nothing, but it's still not great.
I mean, obviously you don't want to outright just build in a desert, but if you have conveniently a lot of desert in your borders, it seems like the Casbah is a good incidental thing.
Yeah, but I'm saying normally, like, if you're settling deserts in Civ 5, you're settling along desert rivers. You know, you're settling along like river systems, which have floodplains, which helps like stop your city from being like crippled due to overall lack of food. So it's going to be a real uphill struggle, this game.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. Fortunately, the land seems to be making it so you don't have people surrounding you on all sides, just coming from the west. So at least you got that going for you.
You see, if you could build Casbahs on top of resources, that would be nice. So, for example, these sheep tiles. If I could build Casbahs on top of sheep,
Then wouldn't you be 1 hammer less?
no, you would actually hooking a pasture up onto sheep. You technically you lose 1 hammer because you wouldn't get the bonus from the stable, like if you built a stable. But 1 hammer from you would, when you hook sheep up, you get 1 food, so it turns into a 2 food, 2 hammers tile. So if you built the Casbah, it would turn into 2 food, 3 hammers, 1 gold, which is a very good tile.
Could be, yeah. Doing a good job of trying to skirt around Carthage there.
Yeah, and you can see I'm now hooking up the road.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I think in order to try and actually, since we are going to, like, because like overall growth for our cities is so weak here, I think I am going to have to try and perform a strategy in which I do the what do you call it? I go wide with a lot of fairly low population cities, which is something Civ 5 is not really geared around. Civ 5, especially after Brave New World, is not really balanced in such a way for that.
Isn't the National College going to be a problem with making a new settlement?
It is, but I'm just putting the turns into it now. It'll keep the turns saved for a while, and that will just it's just an investment basically. Yeah. So what I will do is I will settle on this silver tile, I think. Right. I'll try to build Petra and Rabat. I very much doubt we'll actually get it, but we're going to try. And now let's see, what do we need?
Good luck, man. You can't see it, but I'm raising my thumb right now.
Yeah, okay, well we'll go for sailing to try and, well, that'll get us an extra trade route slot. Yeah.
I see you like to do a lot of kind of micromanagement. Like you don't seem like.
Oh no, this isn't even close to micromanaging.
Oh, I'm saying like, instead of doing just build a road to this place, you're actually individually laying down road tiles.
Oh, if you choose the automatically designate a route, it often picks very silly ones.
But also,
Es wäre in eurem Interesse.
when you're
Yeah,
moving
we
guys
don't
around,
wanna-
you always
yeah.
seem to just move them to the out of reach of that turn instead of queuing up multiple actions.
Yeah, you don't really queuing up actions isn't something you ever really do much of. Because the AI pathfinding is like interrupts itself so easily, it's less frustrating a lot of times. Okay, right, so we have the city of Fez here. I will move the caravan to Fez. And it will be 400 gold for a library. So I will...
That's not too far away, to be honest.
No, it's not. And now that Fez has found we can't put more production into it, but we do need another worker. We need a dedicated... Fez is going to need its own worker. And so I'm going to tell it to do that.
What I actually did in the tutorial is I had my workers sort of follow along behind my army as they were escorting the settler, so that
Okay.
when
Right.
the workers would be arriving
Okay,
at around the
something I
same
want.
time.
Okay, something I want to point out here. You see the trade route here to Warsaw. It's 4 gold, 4 science per turn. That 4 science per turn, you get 1 science for every 2 techs that the AI knows that you don't. That means Casimir knows 8 techs that we don't.
I think he's cheating.
I think it's an AI on a mortal. And with this weak start, quite frankly, we're lucky it's not more. So, there we go. We will establish a trade route to Warsaw. And with that, we are going to end the episode here. With our first trade route. So see you next time, everyone, when we try to build Petra.
He probably
Bye.
won't.